No, I think we're all ready to play. Duluth's ready to play. The Beavers are ready to play. It's been a fun September. Just trying to get prepared for this first week right here. We've had we have had our 8-hour rule, so we really haven't been able to go all out, which is fine. But we've had enough time to get everything in. But there's obviously there's a different pace and a different intensity to practice this week because it is game week.
Anticipation build for a group of guys that are clearly excited to get back out there.
Well, it's actually, Jared. It's a fun month in my opinion, just because again we're going at things at a little slower pace, but so is the team you're playing. Everybody's obviously has the same ground rules, and but it is different. Monday, I got out there and there's a little bit more fire. At the end of the week, you're playing a game versus going recruiting or watching a football game or whatever it might be. So it's always an exciting time. It doesn't matter how many years you've been doing this as a coach or how many years you've been doing this as a player. There's nothing like playing a real game.
And you get to open the season against one of those in-state rivals, and it's always a fun atmosphere when you play. Just does that kind of add a little bit of juice for the guys? With a matchup like?
Yeah, I think so. Again, we don't talk about those things, but I think so. It doesn't matter who you're playing; they just want to play. And now we're going to play a game right away. It's a real game. A lot of times, again, when you're going to play a game this weekend, it's an exhibition game. But the way everything played out, it's real hockey on Saturday night.
And last one. Last week, Jackson Jutting said this is the deepest group of forwards he's ever played with, and from a preseason perspective. Do you kind of see that too, just the depth of the forward group and the group that you brought back?
We got pretty good depth. I mean, we're pretty experienced. We like our team, but everybody does, and but we still have some holes. There's still some things that we gotta work out, but. It is nice having some experience. We're spending less time probably on systems. We're probably spending less time on special team just because we have a lot of experienced players playing in those areas. And right now it's just about muscle memory, getting them prepared.
Thank you.
Coach, obviously not having played a game yet, you'll find some other things out. But what is the identity of this team so far? The
identity of our team, Charlie, is what always the identity is. It's just, first off, don't get outworked. The drop of the puck, be hard to play against, play with high tempo, pressure the puck, make sure you're above pucks, make sure you're coming back through the middle of the rink, take away time and space of your opponent, make sure you have good puck management. All those details and habits, again, it doesn't matter what year it is. I don't care if it was 20 years ago, 10 years ago, today. It's the same mentality. It's the same identity. And again, I don't think our identity is much different than anybody else's identity, but that's the game right there. And it's a fast-paced game. We want to play a fast-paced game.
Do you think how last year ended has affected the way that the guys have come into this season?
No, I don't know. We haven't even talked about last year. Last year was last year. This year is this year. And again, whether we would have beat Michigan Tech or not, we would have the same mentality. I don't know, again, what's going on inside the guys' head. Again, I don't think you can get too worried about what's going to happen in March when all I'm worried about is, October 5th right here. So it's a new team. Even though you might have some players back, it still is a new team and it's a new year. And I think as a coach, there's things that you draw back from with your experience, like I mentioned earlier, but you also have to have the mindset that it is a new team, and you still have to make sure that your guys understand that it's a new year. I think that's probably the best thing, and they still have to play. If they want to have success, there's a certain way they have to play, and that's probably the message that I have to send to them, and I am sending to them, and hopefully again they're understanding the message, because again it's a lot different playing the UMD Bulldogs and playing against your own teammates, Monday through Thursday.
How quickly have the transfers kind of picked up on how things are done here?
Well, I don't think it's hard. I think hockey's not like, I don't know, maybe I'm speaking out of turn right here, but I don't think it's like football where you're learning a whole new offense. You got a new coordinator. Hockey, our systems, it's not that complex, Schultze. And so I think, again, the biggest thing is have a heart in your chest, have guts in your belly, and play hard. But hockey's hockey, and have an attack mindset. And these guys know how to play. Is what I'm getting at. I don't think it's a big adjustment. Yeah, there's certain adjustments that are a little different, and a lot of it, I think, what Charlie alluded to earlier, a lot of it might be our identity. Things that I might emphasize, maybe their coach, at the school they were at before didn't emphasize as much, and that happens everywhere. So, but that it doesn't take them too long to figure out who we are and what we're about.
Yeah, it's been a long off season thinking about that last loss in the Mason Cup final. So definitely excited to get back after it and start the season off this week.
So far, you guys are a month into practice. I know things will probably change once you start to play a game and you see what you're like on the ice there. But what's the identity of this team so far?
I think we're a hardworking team that has depth. Can get scoring from all four lines. Good D-core, backed up by a really good goalie in Schulze. So I love our depth and hardworking team that's going to be on pucks relentlessly and create scoring chances off our forecheck.
You guys get to play a rival to start the season off. How does that kind of play into that, or is that even something that's on your mind as you head into the game?
Yeah, I think one thing about our schedule this year is our non-conference schedule is really good with a bunch of really good rivals, and Duluth is one of those teams that you look forward to playing every year. So getting to start the year out against them is going to be a good matchup. The way that they play is very similar to ours, and being a Minnesota team too, a lot of our guys know their guys, so it should be a good matchup, a good rivalry.
The way the season ended last year between winning the McNaughton Cup and then maybe falling short of the playoffs, has that fueled this year's team, or is it this is a new team, doesn't matter, we're going forward?
Yeah, I think it's a little bit of both. I think we have a lot of guys in that room that won that McNaughton Cup last year and definitely got a taste for winning a championship. But at the end of the day, our main goal is to get to that NCAA tournament, win that Mason Cup. But along with it, if we can get another McNaughton Cup and spread that to the new guys, the transfers, the freshmen, that kind of identity that we built last year is really important.